Okay, now let's look at an example where we've got 3 different letters and we have to sub in numbers in place of those letters. So here it tells us that A is equal to 3, B is equal to 5, and C is equal to 2. So anywhere that I see an A, I'm going to put a 3 in its place. Anywhere that I see a B, I'm going to put a 5 in its place. And everywhere that I see a C, I'm going to put a 2 in its place. So here I've got an expression that says 2A plus 3B plus 10C. And at the moment I can't solve it. But if I put these numbers in there, I can solve it. So I'm going to rewrite this number sentence with those numbers in the place of those letters. Okay, and now it's good habit to get into writing brackets when you're subbing things in if there's a number directly in front. And I'll show you what I mean. So here I've got the number 2 and I'm subbing in a 3. Okay. Now this isn't the number 23. Okay, this means 2 A's. Okay, 2 times A. So these two are actually multiplied together. So I need to show that they're multiplied together when I do it down here. Otherwise I'm just going to think that this is the number 23. And the way we do that is by putting it, whatever the value is that I've subbed in, I'm going to put that in brackets. And brackets means multiplication. Okay, so if I've got a 2 up against some brackets, that means in maths, I'm going to be multiplying these together. Okay? So that I don't go thinking it's 23, I have to use brackets around the number that I've subbed in to show that it's multiplied. So let's have a look at this 3b here. So I've got a plus 3 and b is equal to 5. So rather than just writing 5 and thinking it's the number 35, I have to put that 5 in brackets. Okay? And that tells me, when I go to actually solve it later on, that this means 3 times 5. And then lastly, I've got 10c, c is equal to 2. So again, I'm going to be using brackets to show myself that this is multiplication happening here. Okay, it's not the number 102. Okay, I have to put my 2 in brackets. Cool. So now I've got 3 sets of multiplication to do, and then I can solve this question. So this means times. Okay, so I'm timesing these 2 things together. So 2 times 3 gives me 6. Okay, let's do the next one. 3 times 5 is 15. Okay, and then here I've got 10 times 2, which is 20. So anytime you've got brackets, it means multiplication. If you've got a number smooshed up against some brackets. Cool. And now I've just got addition. I can add these, easy. So 15 plus 20 gives me 35, plus another 6 gives me 41. So the answer to this question, when I'm subbing in these numbers, the answer becomes 41. So the key things to remember when it comes to substitution, if you were given a value in the place of a letter, if they tell you what a letter is equal to, you put that in, okay? You chuck it in and then you'll be able to solve things, all right? So that's the first thing. You sub it in anywhere you see that letter. Anywhere I see a B, I'm going to get rid of the B and put a 5 in. Anywhere I see a C, I'm going to get rid of the C and put a 2 in, okay? You do the same any time that you were given values. Okay, cool, for letters. All right, second thing to remember is that if you've got something like this going on, where you've got a letter and a number up against each other, and you're then subbing something in, you've got to put it in brackets. Otherwise, you're going to get confused, okay? You've got to put it in brackets to show that it's a value that's been substituted in. And then those brackets means multiplication. Okay, cool. Now, if I had something, let's take this bit here. If I had C plus 3, I don't need to put brackets if I was subbing in that 2, because it would just be 2 plus 3. I mean, like, I could put brackets there, but there's nothing that I need to multiply it by. So, I mean, you can, but you don't have to unless, see how here it had a number and a letter up against each other, and that's where the confusion happens. Okay? Cool. All right. Thank you for watching.